Whoa! As you can see, guys, snow has finally arrived here in this part of central Newfoundland. Man, it's been late coming. We are back to taunt you with another day at the cabin. Rural living, living in the sticks. See, Mom and Dad are already up here, and we're just up to have a good time, have some dinner. Look at this snow. Just look at this day. It is a chilly day. If there was any wind, it would be really cold, but because of that sun beating down, hammering down, and no wind, it is very manageable and beautiful. You see it's riding up there, no gloves on. Just awesome. Just awesome. It was our job to bring the bacon, so let's get that inside. The pan over there?
Yep. That's the girl.
Oh, where's your buddy?
Girl.
Your buddy is still hanging.
Yeah, oh yes.
There's a snow machine that I went with the year, guys. If you remember, last year I started the winter with a real old Scandic. I bought a cheap Polaris Touring. Actually, I traded for it, but it was just not good. It did not work for us. We needed something with a little more seat room and needed the torque of a 4-stroke and the quietness and comfort of a 4-stroke. I went with one of these older Bearcats. Got it for a really good deal, 664 stroke. This is a non-turbo, and I like them because my brother has several of them. He's been using them for a lot of years and he really loves them. Super reliable, strong running, quiet, smooth. Just a good machine. It's been working out well for the little bit we've been able to use it this winter so far. Runs just like a car. Nice and quiet that is. Very smooth.
Come get me! You come get me!
What a day. Nippy no one up.
Now you see her? Yeah. Yeah.
Well, dinner has been eaten, guys. Now we're just packing up the gear and heading off for a ride. Man, it's even warmer now. Just incredible. What a day. That's a noisy rig.
Yeah.
So we taught her to go down the steps, see?
Yeah.
been really cold past couple nights. Last night was down like -30, which is pretty cold in case you don't know what that feels like. Pretty warm. It's nice here during the days, but I think tonight I am going to throw in a little bit of wood fire just to drive some serious heat, because wood does drive the most heat. I'm running oil here now, as most of you know. I'm going to run some oil heat, or some wood heat. Just going to run some wood heat tonight just to save on my oil, because with it down that cold in the 30s, the oil furnace will be cut in all evening, just running all night. So I'll burn oil or wood for a couple hours now all evening. Drive some good heat in the house, and that will, the nice thing about a wood furnace is that you do have a lot of thermal mass. You have a big steel stove box filled with fire bricks. So once it does get hot, even if your fire goes out, you maintain heat in there for a long time. That's a beautiful thing about a wood furnace, is that it is fairly efficient on combustible material. Whereas oil, you only have heat when the oil is burning. There is no real thermal mass, so you don't get any heat staying in your ductwork. But it is awfully convenient. Got some nice dry burts there now that I keep on hand for backup or emergencies, or let's get a good fire going. So I'll just run through it quickly for you guys that really aren't exposed to this type of system, especially a lot of you guys in Texas right now. I feel really bad for the people, what they're going through down there. They're just not used to the cold, and they're not prepared for it, and here those temperatures and the conditions that you experience mean nothing. It's just a normal winter's day, but when you're not prepared for it, it can really mean serious business. So like I said, you have a big steel stove box here. It's framed out in steel. It's got a buffer of sheet metal between the stove box, so this outside never gets too hot to touch. It's filled with thick fire bricks lined inside, so that's where you have a thermal mass. Now you have a heavy insulated steel door here. You have a small draft on the door, and this will just allow your furnace or your fire to breathe more air. Same thing here, you have a draft control. It's a slider right here that you can use as you feel necessary. And then you have a blower right here, which, as you can see, it's just a basic little blower that will draft air down on top of your fire. Now that's useful, and that's controlled by a thermostat upstairs. Basically your thermostat is on and off. It doesn't work like a normal heating system where you set your temperature. You can't really do that with wood, because of course it's volatile. It's changing in temperature. It's very variable. So your thermostat upstairs basically controls your blower. Your fire dies down, you turn up your blower, or turn on your blower with a thermostat. You blow a lot of air in, and you know what happens to a forge or campfire when you get down and blow into the fire. It enrages the fire. It's the same thing with this type of system. Once you build up enough heat here in your plenum, it's thermostat controlled, so the system will engage a big blower that's in the back of the oil furnace, and that will blow all of this air, drive it up here through the main heating trunk of the house. Once it's in that main heating trunk, you can see we have a duct running off out here to a living space. This is a duct running to my office, one running to my workshop there, and they're all dispersed throughout the house. All the bedrooms, everywhere has a duct off of this big main trunk that's filled with hot air. And that is a pretty standard heating setup. I would say it's not as standard to have the wood and oil combo. That's sort of a luxury setup that the original home builder put in. But as for this wood furnace, that's pretty standard for Newfoundland homes. Other than that, you would see a lot of just like a glass door furnace or stove in your house. Not forced air, just a radiant heat type stove. Hope you learned a little something. Again, for you guys that are experiencing conditions in the world right now, weather conditions, cold freezes that you're just not used to and prepared for. I really hope it's a bit of a wake-up call, not to rub it in at all. I really feel bad for you guys because I know you're having a lot of trouble and pipes bursting and people really living in cold situations, not able to keep their bodies warm. And that's definitely a scary situation whenever you find yourself in a way that you're not prepared for. So I do hope it is a wake-up call for people to really start preparing for more diverse conditions, more varying conditions with this going forward. Hope you enjoyed the video today. I really appreciate you watching. Hit that like button. Hope you guys in the world down around the Texas area right now experiencing the cold, I hope you recover quickly. I hope you stay safe, stay smart. We'll see you in another video.